I want to bring in our Jay and Brian, who's there on the scene. You have some other witnesses, I am told. Jay, I know our photographer, Chris Plater, Jay, was there on the scene getting pictures even of those National Guard members on the ground getting worked on by EMS. Let me know if we can talk to him. Tell me who you've been talking to. Who's with you, Jay?
So we've got a number of eyewitnesses here lined up for you. One of them is Chris. Kira, we're going to go to him in a moment. But first, I want to bring in Stacey Walters here, a Howard student who was in an Uber when you heard some of these shots. Howard alum. Yeah. You were in an Uber when you heard some of the shots. Is that right? Yeah. Walk us through. So you're in the car. You hear the shots. What happens?
I was in the Uber. I heard boom, boom twice. I was looking at my cell phone, and the Uber driver said, "Why are all these people running?" So then I looked out the window, and it was little children. They looked probably about 5 years old on both sides of the street running, and adults. And whoever was supervising the children said, "Go, go, run, run." Then I heard someone yell, "Help, help," in the direction of the shooting. But I didn't see who yelled help. I don't know if it was the individual who was shot or someone yelling for help for the individual. We're on 17th Street Northwest. So I knew I wanted to research Slater. So I asked the Uber driver, "What's the cross street?" But he didn't know. And I was just at lunch going to go to the dry cleaners. And then the guards, I don't know if they're guards, Secret Service, but their uniform definitely looked government level, said, "You have to turn around. You have to turn around." And that was around 2:15 p.m.
Stacey, compared to where we are now, right, using this as our place, where were you approximately when you heard these shots?
That's the thing. I never paid attention. We were turning on to 17th Street.
Okay.
Because that's why I even asked the driver.
So you were down the street, turning onto this street.
We were so close that the shooting had just happened in the road. They had just, they were still letting people through. But by the time they got to us, they said, "You have to turn around."
When you saw those people running, what went through your mind?
The children. They were little children. And it's such a beautiful day. You know, that's the first thing I thought about, who would do this? It's getting ready to be the holidays. And so many children, they just weren't on one side of the road. They were on both sides of the road, little children running.
When you heard those pops, as you described, did you immediately think it was a shooting?
No, I'm originally from Connecticut. I only came to D.C. for Howard University. I'm from the suburbs. I've never been so close to anything like this. I didn't even know there were gunshots. All I know, I heard boom, boom 2 times.
Stacey Walters, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Kira, if you will indulge me here, I'm also going to bring in Chris Plater, who's been behind the camera for all of this coverage here. It was Chris Plater who was walking back to work at our ABC bureau, which is just a few blocks away, who heard that gunfire, and then he saw what appears to be those National Guards members wounded lying there on the ground. I want to bring Chris in here as he steps around the camera. And Chris, you've been with us for the entire day. It was you who called this in to our bureau. What did you see at first? What did you hear?
Okay, so it's what I heard first. And what I heard were, pop, pop, pop. It could have been a steel plate or something. There's a lot of construction and things going around. So I just thought that maybe it was some plates going on or something like that. But then boom, boom, boom. And so I'm starting to hear these big guns. I'm like, okay, this is something's going on. So people at first were a little shocked. It was like, is that construction? And so some people kind of jogged a little bit. And then when those big booms started happening, people started clearing out like, yo, this is a little bit serious. This is shooting. There's something bad going on here. So immediately I went forward to see what was going on. And as you see in the video, I see 2 National Guard members down. And people are working on them,
providing first aid.
Providing first aid. There was, some police officers that came a little later. It was kind of strange because it seemed like it took 25 to 35 seconds for any police to respond. When you think about where we are, the White House, so close. And so that's when I was like, could it really be? But it really was. These National Guard members were down.
So, Chris, in relation to where we're standing now, we're across the street from the metro station. Can you describe where you saw the activity and what you saw where in relation to where we are here?
Okay, so where we are right now, I came up and crossed the street.
So you were you were a block away on the other side of the street.
I was right here at the metro stop.
Yeah.
I went over there to see what was going on, and that's where you see the video. I began videotaping, and they at some point got to clear us out and move us back here on this corner here. Mm-hmm. And so then I continued shooting and waiting, and that's when the police were responding and everything. So it was just all here, just a lot of people just running, the opposite way, through the park and past me. And there were some people that were, one person said something like, man, the guy went up there and started shooting at the National Guard. I didn't get to talk to him. I didn't get to, know who he was. But it sounded like he suggested that somebody went up and started shooting at the National Guard.
So, Chris, just to walk back a second here, one of the things you saw was very graphic, and we have to describe it with care here, but you did see, and you videotaped, one of or both of those National Guardsmen having first aid provided onto them lying on the street. Is that correct?
Yeah, one National Guard was lying on his side. They were rendering aid to him. He wasn't moving, but he was on his side. And then I looked at the other National Guard member that was down, and I saw compressions going on. There was a lot of people around there, so I don't think it was the person that done the shooting. And all I could tell you is that I identified two National Guard members that were being worked on. Eventually, the one National Guard that was on his side, he got to move a little bit while he was on his side, and they were still, kind of, working with him. But the other National Guard member, I just saw compression going on with him in the chest area, and that's all I can tell you.
Chris Plater, my dear friend who's been behind the camera with me over the course of the day, thank you, sir. And Kira, if you want to just stay with us for 1 second, because Chris is now going to go back to the other side of the camera and just show you one thing that we have not seen yet before, which is the full vantage point of this scene here. As Chris and I were talking, you probably saw the fire truck that was blocking the entrance to the metro station drove away, so you can get a sense of exactly the scene that Chris was describing. It's difficult to make out where he was, but he was on the right in front of that metro stop there. That's that open door that kind of looks like a garage door. You see it there. Chris was standing there watching them perform CPR onto one of the wounded guardsmen, and then he was moved to the other side of the street, had a vantage point of the scene there, again, chaotic. And now, as we've been saying over the course of the afternoon, Kira, it's now transitioning from the immediate aftermath of the shooting, where they were rendering first aid, they were loading, as we witnessed, some of these guardsmen into ambulances and speeding off. And now this investigation is well underway with D.C. police closing this intersection. And we saw, as I was talking to Chris, FBI agents and ATF agents walking toward that crime scene now, Kira.
All right, Jay. It's incredible, the live pictures and the details that you are bringing us. Thank you so much to Chris. It looks like there's some officers behind you that might be able to give you some information. We're going to stay close with you. But now, apparently, the President of the United States has put a statement out on Truth Social saying, without a doubt, whoever did this is going to pay a very steep price.